Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a closer look at the LeapFrog LeapMove active learning system. We're using a really detailed YouTube review as our source. And our mission is to basically figure out how this thing works, how it blends, physical movement with actual learning for little kids. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with why it was designed this way.
Right. Well, the first thing to understand is that the core goal isn't really complex gameplay. It's not trying to be a switch for 4-year-olds. It's really built to encourage curiosity, confidence, and those early developmental skills.
And durability, I'm guessing the review spent a lot of time on that.
Oh, yeah. Durability is absolutely non-negotiable.
We're talking about a controller that's sized for kids, these big chunky buttons and just sturdy plastic. Rounded edges, the kind of thing can survive being dropped or, let's be honest, thrown.
Exactly. And that same philosophy of simplicity extends to the software, the UI.
The user interface.
Yeah. It's all bright icons, very clear audio prompts, and the activities are broken into these really short segments. It's all designed to respect a short attention span.
So it's not overwhelming them.
Not at all. What's fascinating here is that deliberate focus on age-appropriate engagement over, say, flashy graphics.
But let's get to the move part of the name, the active learning. Here's where it gets really interesting. Why movement matters.
Well, this is the core feature. The system is designed to get kids up and moving, standing, pointing, even responding verbally. It's about whole body involvement.
And there's an educational theory behind that, right? It's not just about burning off energy.
Precisely. It connects directly to the idea of embodied learning. Young kids, they learn best through doing, through multisensory experiences, not just by passively watching a screen.
So getting the large motor skills involved actually helps the learning stick.
That's the idea. It
Yeah.
can activate different parts of the brain and, potentially boost retention compared to just sitting still.
Okay, so let's move into the content itself. The review mentioned literacy, numeracy,
Right, the core readiness skills.
and it's all built around scaffolding. How does that actually work in a game like this? Is it adjusting the pace or the content itself?
It's both, really.
Yeah.
They work together. The activities are broken down into these tiny, bite-sized steps to make sure a kid doesn't get frustrated.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, the reading lesson they showed was perfect.
Sure.
First, it prompts the child to identify a beginning sound.
Okay.
Then they have to match the letter. Then they use the controller to physically trace the letter's shape. That's the motor practice.
I see.
And finally, they pick an image that corresponds with it.
So you've got auditory, visual, and motor skills all being reinforced at once.
Yes. That layered approach is key. And on top of that, it's adaptive.
Meaning it adjusts the difficulty.
Exactly. If a child is struggling, it'll offer hints or repeat a concept.
Mm-hmm.
And it uses immediate positive reinforcement. Little rewards, visual stickers, that kind of thing.
Which makes it feel like play, not a drill.
That's the whole point. It encourages them to keep trying, which builds confidence and competence at the same time.
So it sounds like the system really delivers on its core promise.
For caregivers looking for that kind of tool, yes. The review did point out a few limitations, though.
Oh.
Nothing major, just that the content library might need to be supplemented as kids get older.
That makes sense.
And the motion tracking is great for big gestures like pointing or waving.
Yeah.
But it's not super precise for, fine motor tasks.
So a strong foundation, but not a complete long-term solution by itself.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the lasting value here seems to come from how it invites children to learn by doing. And that raises a really important question for you, the listener, to think about. How much does that physical active involvement actually deepen learning recall compared to, say, a purely passive screen-based app? It's something to consider as tech becomes more and more a part of early education.